Hello everyone and welcome to $5 Fridays with Taemond. This is going to be a series released quite obviously every Friday, detailing those random little games that I'm sure everyone has picked up on Steam through many summer sales and Christmas sales, but they never actually get to play, simply because they were dirt cheap, $5 or under. So every game of this series is going to be, off the price when I bought it, $5 or less. There may be AAA titles, indie titles, or basically anything in between. The game I'll be playing today is Bit.Trip Beat, and I'm pretty sure I bought this game for I think 99 cents through one of the indie bundles on the recent summer sale. No, it was a humble bundle. So any Steam game under the $5. There are some games such as the AAA release titles, which may originally be $40, $50, $60 or more. I will only review them if I bought them through a sale for $5 or less. That's the simple gist of this series. And so without further ado, let me introduce you Bit.Trip Beat. Now, I've heard of the Bit.Trip games before, namely Bit.Trip Runner. I've never actually seen what they're about, apart from I knew they had a lot of pixels, which I must say the aesthetic of the game is quite nice actually. I really like this pixely look, although in the options menu it's a little tricky to read things. So I've never played this game before, but I shall endeavour to show you guys what this is all about. This is sort of a combination of a let's play and a review. Basically the reviews won't be too technical. At the end I'll just give a simple game good or game bad, or something similar. I don't think it'll be quite that end of the delinquency, but never mind. And let's begin. Just keep in mind I've never played this game before. The most I've done is to check the audio levels on the menu screen, and of course change it to 1080p because why not? Now, I gather we start with transition. Little bit of Pong nostalgia there. Reminds me of the old Windows backgrounds. Young cat. So far I appear to be a young cat blob in space. Okay. I guess we're just playing Pong to start with. Quite interesting soundtrack in the background, I might add. It's quite nice. Oh, I see. So, the game at the moment appears to be some sort of combination between Pong and Guitar Hero. This is actually quite catchy. Undoubtedly something like this will get stupendously hard, much like Guitar Hero, and much like Pong if you're playing against a bugged AI. Oh, missed that one. Bit of a fail. So yeah, it seems to be that when you hit these little blocks back, they create a sound or a note, which corresponds to the music playing in the background. At the moment we've got sort of this kind of like trance style going on in the background with occasional heavy guitar. And considering the whole game seems to be very much 8/16-bit, we've got very much bit sounds. I'll just be quiet for a second and let you guys enjoy the music. There's not really much else to say. The game's pretty self-explanatory. I must say there's very nice visuals going on in the background. Like just those simple meteors in the background, and it really adds to the aesthetic. I'm still getting a lot of Windows nostalgia from that background though. And every time I commentate, I become exceptionally bad at the game. Yeah, I would say this is something that requires a fair amount of practice, much like any other rhythm game. Yeah, even, like, I would say you don't have to really know music at all to be able to play this game adequately. Essentially, it is just Pong. Although, a fair bit faster, and there's a lot more things on the screen. But people are complaining nowadays the games aren't hard enough. What's that say in the background? Hyper. Okay. That is a very cool meteor, or a comet. Ooh. This game certainly does like to mess with you a bit. Well, for those of you who thought the music was a bit boring, you might have to put up with it being boring because it seems you have to be more skilled to play more decent music. Not saying the music isn't decent, it's actually quite enjoyable. It's very nice to see such lively chiptunes being used again. I suppose 8-bits sort of make it a comeback, particularly with iOS games, but it's quite nice to see a rhythm game being done in 8-bit. I suppose you've got the current release of Symphony, which, as I believe, just recently came out on Steam. I'm yet to play that, but as far as I know, I don't think there's any other 8-bit rhythm games out there. So, if you like the aesthetic and a fan of rhythm games, this would be perfect for you. So I'm not sure how long the levels go for, but there seems to be quite a decent variety. Particularly if the music continues to be really nice and this creative, you could... Ooh, okay, that's new. You could essentially have quite a lot of challenge on your hands. Also, the fact is, once you lose yourself in the music, I think this game would be particularly easier. And once again, I do stress the music is brilliant in this game. Uh-oh. Those danger signs cannot be good. I shall endeavour to fight the anti-aggro. Ooh. Did I fail the level? Okay. Now this is very much Pong. And I failed. Well, no surprise there. Quite a... Sorry I didn't get to show you more of that. As it turns out, I actually rather like this game, even though I seem to be quite adequately inadequate. Well, that was the first level, and I didn't exactly do so well. Not so well at all, according to the top scores. I wonder where I am. Probably at the bottom, wouldn't surprise me. So it looks like you've got 3 levels or 3 areas. I think, by the looks of it. I'm not sure if there's multiple levels to this, since again this is the first time playing this game, aside from looking at the menu screen to get these audio levels right for you guys. But to give you guys a taste of maybe a later level, I'll try this test button, which I'm not sure if this is just to test audio levels or something else. Hello GLaDOS. Well, this is certainly a lot trickier just to start with. Also, you can hear sort of a different style. Still chiptune, as you can expect. I believe that'll be the overall theme of every single piece of music in this game. But at the moment, the game has been thoroughly enjoyable, and I can imagine this getting extremely hard later on. So, anyone wants a bit of Pong nostalgia? Likes a bit of chiptune? 8-bit fan? Go for this. It's certainly a very easy game to pick up, but a very hard game to actually get good at. As you can see, as I fail miserably again. This will probably be a lot easier if I wasn't commentating at the same time. Not that the commentating requires much thought, particularly in my case. Implying that my commentary is very simplistic. If you want proper commentary, what are you doing on a beginner channel? And I probably shouldn't have done that. So, again, I fail horribly at Bit.Trip Beat. But regardless, Bit.Trip Beat. Actually, quite a catchy indie title. I'm actually quite liking this. This is definitely something that you could just pick up and play very quickly by the looks of it for a simple score attack, or you might lose yourself in for quite a few hours. I mean, I can imagine I'll be playing this after the video has stopped. You can like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter. A nice addition for anyone who likes to connect their games to Facebook. Personally, I do not like to. I get enough notifications, or unwanted notifications as it is on Facebook. Go away, Farmville. So, to wrap up, Bit.Trip Beat. A rhythm game, primarily. I clicked that, didn't I? Well, let's wrap up with the first level again. Bit.Trip Beat. I'm not sure which was made first, Bit.Trip Beat or Runner. I think it might have been Runner. But Bit.Trip Beat. Great game in my opinion. Very catchy rhythm game. Think Pong / Guitar Hero, for anyone who's interested. Or those block breaker games. Except you're not breaking any blocks, you're just constantly hitting the ball back at a empty abyss filled with lovely tunes. That's been all for me. My final verdict? Good game. Very good game. If you see it on Steam, pick it up. As I said, I'm pretty sure I picked this up for 99 cents at a Humble Bundle or something similar. It's been sitting on my Steam games list for quite a while, so I am unable to tell you how much it costs at the moment. Probably a note for me to actually research things before I start. But this game is so catchy. It's kind of zen, especially on these smaller, simpler passages. But as we've seen, it does get a lot more complicated. So I can't exactly comment on the longevity of the game, whether or not it's good value for money in terms of its length. But as far as I'm concerned, great value for money. Even if this game costs $5, I'd still very much be happy with that price. This simply because the game's got, well, for one, it looks great, it's got a great design to it, and even great music. I might see if I can find the soundtrack somewhere later. Certainly something I'll be interested in, as being a fan of chiptune. So, that is all from me for now. This has been Taemond on $5 Fridays. I will see you all next week with a different game. But for now, I think I might play this. Lunch can wait.